G'day, how you going? This is Ianapolis here from Australia, your acrylic guru. Welcome to my video channel here on YouTube. Wonderful platform, and I hope you've subscribed. If you haven't, press the subscribe button in the bottom right of the screen there. Check out the links in the description below. Well, today, get some sizes up there as well, centimetres and inches. And we're going to do a bit of a boat sunset scene. You saw the picture in the opening credits, and quite credible, isn't it? Hey? We're going to paint that credible painting today. Well, I'm going to at least try and show you how. You've just seen the colours go up the screen there. There's not that many. If there's more than a few, well, there probably is a bit more than the many. But anyway, write them down, pause it and all that stuff. Get on over here, and I'll show you my way of how you, a beginner, can paint that beautiful, lovely, peaceful painting, all right? Come on. Now, your horizon line gives you, wherever you are, let's just say there's the painting there and you're standing here looking at it. The height of your horizon line depends where you are. If you're looking up at the subject, or down at the subject, okay? You could be on something high, so the horizon line will be low. I'm going to have a low one on here. You know why? Because, oh, hang on a minute, we're going to have a boat. I'll probably come a bit under halfway, all right? Because I want a bit of a boat there, something that'll float. I want a boat that will float, and we want a beautiful sky. So I want to condition my canvas. Now this is not canvas paper, it's cloth canvas on a canvas panel that I've made. So I've got my yellow here, my light yellow colour with some retarder. It's acrylamide yellow, if you must know the exact yellow I'm using. Now I need the yellow to condition the canvas, not white, because we're going for that orangey, sunsetty colour. So we've got all that mixed with retarder. Now I'm doing the whole canvas because we're going to do top and bottom. So normally when I'm doing a sky or something, I'm doing this in white. Because that's cloth, not paper, I'm just going to wet that a little bit with my mist bottle, just so this will spread a lot better. On paper you don't have to do that. Dry wanting canvas cloth, you might need to give it a bit of water. I'm lucky I didn't do the lead pencil over the whole lot with this yellow because it's very opaque. Now I've got that on there ready to condition. Well, the canvas is conditioned. Now I've got that ready to put our other colours on there. Okay, so that wasn't very difficult. Next on my board I've got red gold. Now if you don't have red gold, mix up an orange flavour, okay? And I want to come around the painting in a sort of way. So I'm going to come this way, up the top, scoot it in, just something real simple, scoot it across my horizon line like that, pick up some more, it's going a bit yellowy, and do the water. See, that yellow is very wet. Now we're going to grab a blending brush. If you have not put the slow drying medium in your paint, such as that retarder like I have, you will not be able to pull this off. So I've got a 2-inch blending brush, and look at the broad face on mine, they're quite wide. Don't get this type from an art shop, it's very scratchy. You need one from the hardware store to blend the way I do like this. Everyone is ringing my phone today, unbelievable. I don't know where we're up to, but I'm going to blend this now with my 2-inch blending brush. I want to sink this red gold / if you haven't got red gold, get an orange colour, okay? Find an orange, mix an orange. Not all art stores might sell this red gold. I don't know. I know I can get it from where I am. All right, so with my brush, wipe it as you go. If anything, I'm walking it across my canvas, scratching it across that way. That's the sort of, the water, I won't worry so much about that. We'll just pull that in like that because the water's just going to be water. So I can pull that in like that. All right, that's the water side done, real easy, but we want lusciousness in our sky. Now I have on my palette downstairs there, I've got some burnt umber ready to go as well. So I want to mix some burnt umber into this now. I've got myself a flat brush, just something a bit smaller to incorporate this brown. So I'll chisel that on there. And I want to dance some elements of this in the sky. See, I'm dancing it on now. You know why? Because if I brush it on, it's going to dig right through the paint, and I don't want to do that with this colour here. And see, I can prance that through the orange. This is going to be our darker values, because this is sort of sunset. Wipe your brush, it's important, but at the same time, it's night time, but there's brightness everywhere, but it's got those elements of darkness. So see there, I was able to control where that darker colour went with my blending brush. I didn't want to go all over the place like I did with the red gold / orange and hope for the best with this one, because this is a darker colour. Now I want to spider web it into the middle like that, keeping some darker elements. Let's do a little bit at a time so we're not too anxious and trip over our own feet. And then I'm going to control that darker colour with my blending brush. Blending it, see, I'm going backwards and forwards. I don't want to go up and down and all like I normally do with clouds. And we're getting this flavour blended through all that retarded colour there. Okay, wipe your brush, because I want to get this straight. There we go. And I can do the water. Like, let's get the water roughly where I can stamp this in, because this is going to be stroked across. So the water's coming that way. See, that's our water. I want to keep that light element in the middle there. There we go. Okay, picking up more of the burnt umber, just coming across there like that. And I'm obviously going to get the horizon line here, where it joins onto the water. So let's get this darker elements blended now. I don't know if you think, my goodness, Ian, what is this you're painting? But when it's finished, you'll see. And see those three bands there, how they're sort of dark? I want to disturb that a bit. I don't want a pattern happening. There we go. We've just got the darker elements there. And we'll get this area darker as well. Up here. All right. Now I've got some of the red gold / orange, and I've just tainted it with some of the burnt umber. And I want to, just from the centre, sort of bring some dark shadowy clouds up here. Let's try one there before I run out of paint. I didn't mix much of this up. And one up here somewhere. Just something to that shape I want. And I'll blend those. Why are you doing them dark, Ian? Why are they dark? I'll show you in a minute. Just let me blend them. We're going to blend that down. There we go. And this one. There we go. So I have some titanium white. I want to make those dark clouds, just highlight them a little bit. So prancing across the top of that, it's all going to mix and merge together. Okay. I've got a smaller blending brush, same type, just something from the hardware store. And I want to blend that into that dark colour now. I didn't want a vibrantly lusty white cloud. I wanted something that suits the caramel flavours going on here. And let me look in there. I want to just lighten a tops of those up a bit, and I've got that dark flavour at the bottom, which is what I was wanting. How's that? That's all right. That'll do, and we'll do the very same to the one next door. So we'll get across the top. And that wet retarded paint, you can really see how it's making the paint behave. Blending that white into that brown that I mixed. Wipe your brush as you go. It might take a bit of time, but it's worth it. Once you've blended all that. Now the tops, give them the slightest tickle just to make them look like they were produced by nature. There we go. And put something like that there, something like that there, maybe a bit of the darker as well. I'm just looking around here. And we'll get that pulled into the, oh goodness, look at that did. Nah, actually, see, that's why it pays to watch the video. I wouldn't do that. I would have just left it because it ate the paint underneath. All right. I want to put some of the dark back now because I feel we're losing it. Get this back here, back there, and I'll pull that through. There we go. And what I want to do now is get a bit of a glare from our setting sun. It's just the atmosphere of this painting. So this is a pouncer. You can get them from craft shops, $2 shops, hobby shops, stationery, anywhere you buy your arts and crafts, okay, and those $2 shops. And you can get them in packs of 3s with 4 different sizes. They're called a pouncer. Now I've given it a bit of moist and I want to get it loaded. So I'm twisting it through and my pouncer is loaded, you see. I want it overdone though. Calm down a bit there, Ian. There we go. Now I want the boat about here, so I'll probably put the sun about here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to stamp it on and then you'll see, like, boom. There's nothing there. Oh my God, Ian, nothing come off. I know. So we're going to put it back on and give it a bit of a twist. There's our white. All right. So now what we do, we've got that and we're going to start dancing until we get all around the outside. Look at that. Lightly though, because some of that paint's still wet and it's creating a lot of bubbles I could see. So I've got to sort of take it easy there. And we're pretty much losing all of that white, but I'm going to put it back. See that? You can see a glare happening. It's like the glare is happening. Now I'm picking up some more white. Okay, and I want to intensify the middle. Give it a bit of a wiggle because it's wet, just like that. All right. And then I'm just going to get an edge of this pouncer, right? Say from here, where I'm going to go like this, just like that. Wasn't nothing special. And I'll grab the blending brush, or the brush I used to pull the water, and we'll pull that from the center to the edge. There we go. And we've got some sort of glare happening there. All right, grab yourself a blending brush, and if you're happy with that, leave it. But I'm going to lightly kill the round, harsh edge of that sun. And a lot of these bubbles that are sitting up, if you've got bubbles, I'm just going to pad them down as well. And look at that. I'm going to grab a knife and get rid of that hair. It's not fair to have a hair there, so I'll move it. Okay, That's what happens when cats get into your equipment. They're not brush hairs. Now I'll just show you on one half so you can see the difference. Can you see the difference there? I'm just going to get this hair out while you're looking at that. Come on, get off there, you little... There we go. Okay, so that's why I'm doing that. I'll do the same over here now. Just lightly with a soft tipped brush and blend it out. Alright? Now I've given that a blow dry and I've picked up the burnt umber on this scratchy art brush, and from the centre I want to create, this side I'm going to have low, this side I'll have high because I'm going to have the boat more over this side, okay? So we're going to start from the middle, find your horizon line, and we're going to pad this up and down just like this. Grab another brush, find your horizon line, and just carefully pull the reflection down. Keep this in a straight line. Don't go too far where it's going to dry up on you and you won't be able to do this. And continue again. Gradually get bigger. If you want, you can do the top half first, working out the height you want to go. Dab your brush, keep the ends open, and now I'll get the water level reflection in there, just like that. Hope you can see that, and we're going to pull that down as well. Beautiful, beautiful, keeping that horizon line straight. Now of course, let's darken that up a bit there, it looks a bit weird. We can put some little highlights in there. So let's just grab, I don't know, a little bit of white. Now mainly out near the sun side of it, we want it highlighted. So let's come back here. Yeah, just like that. Bits in the water. And let it, there we go. Just like that. Pull them down. We haven't got much here, have we? And if you feel you went too bright, just put the darker ones back again. How's that looking? Let me look in my monitor. Yeah, that's fine. Now we'll just do something on this side. So we'll come, where's our middle there? I'm just roughly got the horizon line in there, and I want to come from, yeah, let's get there, come up and down from the horizon line. This one can be a bit bigger now because it's not going to have the boat. Stop in the name of art, so you can pull your reflection down. Here we go. This is fun, because what makes a fun painting is one that you know you're what do you call it, dominating. You've got control of it, it's working the way you want. Believe me, people like me and other professional artists out there, you might think, gee, they never mess up, but we do. We have problems just like you. We're all human. No one is better than the other person in art. We're just all different at it, you know. So get some, I want this one a bit bigger than the other one. There we go. I want to carefully pull the reflections down. I went a little bit wet there. You can see what I've done. I've just grabbed the white now and I'm stabbing it into that burnt umber. And I want this flared up, open, so as we're going to achieve the look that I'm going for. So I'm going to pretty much do up here first. I want to keep the bottoms dark. This is just a simple side bush. And then we'll get those elements into there as well. and pull them ones down. Okay, we will get the water separated, so I've got some paint on a knife and I'm just coming along there like that. I've got a flat brush, dampened. I'm going to grab my ruler stick, and like I've done before, I want to come under that line and smear it just so it's not a big loud cartoon line. There we go. And the stick helps you get it straight. Now that paint is very wet. I didn't dry it. I need to dry it because it's going to scratch up the paint underneath. That will do. I've dried that enough, so I want to get some white along here now. Just a little bit at a time. Grab that flat that I had and my stick. See, I'm resting this on there so I can just keep it straight and smear the bottom of that, and it creates, to me it virtually turns that line into a film on the top of the water instead of a big loud cartoony type of line. Yeah, there we go. Put the stick back with a flat, come a bit higher, and just disturb the bottom of that hard line so it's going to convert it into film. There we go. I want some film under where the sun is. Okay, so let's find that area and I'll just do me lines like this. See, I can get them as tight, real close with this stick. Jag it up the way I want them, wherever you want them. I'm just showing you here with this. I want to keep this quite basic but effective at the same time. See, that looks like sun shimmering there. And even, see over here, sink some of the shadows down. Just sink them down. See? But I want to get onto this boat now. Now I've got my burn umber here. I want to pull it. I've sprayed some water onto the palette, and I want to pull I've just got carbon black, ink black, whatever black you got, just so as it's not black and it's not brown, but I want it that dark value. And I want to map in a boat. I don't have a traceable for this boat, so you can put any boat silhouette there or freeze frame this on your computer and trace it out. So I'm pretty much, let's hope this is dry. Yeah, I better use my stick so I can rest on it. That's what it's all about. Now I want to first start, keep the bottom of the boat straight. I want the bottom of the boat about here to there, because the boat's going to sit flat on the water. And so I'm just sort of stamping this in at the moment. I probably want the front a bit higher than the back, because if anything, the back's there and it's coming this way. Yeah, probably a little bit higher. And once I've mapped this in, then I'll get the flat brush and do it really neat. Okay, and then we'll have something coming up. I want this coming up higher than the horizon line. Okay, so about there. And about there. Okay, and this can come about maybe there. Something in that sort of fashion. Down here, come on. At least once this is mapped in, I know where I'm going to stand with it, okay? Something like that, and I'll probably put some men on there as well. Alright, I've just changed brushes because you might have noticed that other brush I was using was splaying out at the ends and wasn't very sharp. So now I know where I'm going to go. I want that top part of the boat there, if I can get it straight enough. And we'll get all this blocked in. I'll just wiggle in some of the reflections in the water because we don't want it floating on the water like that, do we? So we're going to chisel this up a bit and we're going to, like this, just sort of get some kind of resemblance of the boat in the water. Well, this brush is splaying out as well, isn't it? I've just mixed up some of this outer colour, the yellowy orangey, and now I want to sort of do this with the reflection a bit, just so it looks more merged and artistic. Still continuing with this boat. Just getting some sort of rigs and sticks and ropes and all sorts on there. And bits of busy stuff just up here. I might put a, let's say, can we fit a man here? We'll fit a man here. We'll get the arch of his back somewhere there, his chest. And we'll get a head, if I can get a head. Some sort of head there. Whoop. He just hit his head and got a lump now. So we'll make his shoulders a bit more broad. Does that look like a man? Yep. And probably someone else down here a bit lower. So we've got some sort of silhouette of something happening there. I'm just grabbing some white. It's probably got a little bit of brown in it. It doesn't matter. I don't want it to be pure white. And I want to carefully just get some light reflecting off this sail and off here. Off them a little bit. Well, I just grabbed some of the brown and sunk it back because I didn't like it. But I like it the bit along here and there, creating the edge of the gunner rail around the boat. Or whether this sort of boat has a gunner rail, I don't know, but most bigger boats that dock onto a jetty have a gunner rail. Gunner rail is that rubber that goes all the way around the hull and where it bumps into the jetty. We'll put a signature on this. Something small and sweet down here. Check out the links in the description below. All my art tutorial paintings are for sale. There's a link to show you where they all are and what's available. And the price includes postage and handling to your address, no matter where you are in the world. Check out, follow me on Facebook. Check out how many videos I've actually got in my YouTube catalogue. There's over 210 in there. Alright, now we've signed this, we'll put a frame on it just to see how it looks, and I'm pretty sure this subject will go well in a frame. Yes, that's beautiful. Now that's not too shabby. It was very easy. The colours, we've gone for those caramelly sunset and browns, okay? But it looks great in a frame hanging on your wall.
I had fun painting this today, and I hope you had fun watching it, okay? And if you did, be sure to tell your friends. But if you don't like what I've done today, well, you tell everybody, okay? All the best, goodbye, good luck, and good on ya!